Welcome to the Personal Finance Podcast for Doctors with Meena Shriram and Chanda Varma. This podcast aims to simplify all aspects of personal finance and helps you make smart and informed choices about money so that you can live happier and stress-free lives. Today's episode is brought to you by Chanda Varma, who is a financial coach and Vice President with the doctor practice at MFA, the only company in India having a dedicated practice for doctors. Over the last 8 years, Chanda Varma has interacted with more than 3,000 doctors and has been a speaker at medical conferences and conducted many financial literacy webinars for doctors. Needless to say, she understands the finermost nuances of a doctor's financial life. Do listen to this episode. And now, over to Chanda.
Hi, I'm Chanda Varma, and today I'm going to talk about planning for emergency. Now, doctors are quite different from other professionals because of their life cycle, which is very unique. Many doctors tell us, I'm a glorified daily wage earner. If I don't go to work, I do not earn. So I don't have a secure income flow. It's unpredictable. The peak earning years of a doctor also are between 45 to 65 years of age compared to a 30 years to 60 years for others like CEOs, CAs, etc. And many young doctors already have big loans by the time they start practicing, and the initial 10-15 years go in loan repayment. But that's how a life of a doctor is. More so, in the last 1.5 years of pandemic, doctors being at the forefront have also faced financial situations that are unprecedented. And that is why it becomes very important to plan for such unforeseen situations. Now, one of the biggest myths that doctors had before pandemic was that financial planning means investing, buying gold, mutual funds, blue chip stocks, insurance, policies, property, land. Isn't it? Not true. This was very clear during the pandemic when so many doctors lost their income from property as well. Now, don't we all know, especially you as doctors, that losing weight and being thin does not mean you're fit. We have to follow a consistent process of exercise, a balanced diet for our health. How many of us are able to do it? Same goes with financial planning, honestly. Your investments are not a financial plan. Financial planning is a process, and the output of that process are all these different investments that you invest in. So there are 7 important steps to this process, but let me for now tell you about one of them, and that is contingency planning. What is contingency planning? Simple. It means planning for unforeseen events and emergencies. There are different types of such contingencies we have to plan for. It could be short-term events which can cause some mismatch in our cash flows. It can be our inability to work for a few weeks or months due to a medical situation or an accident, or it could be a situation we don't know yet. So what should be the ideal size of your contingency fund? Minimum 6 months to 12 months of your required expenses of a month. To give you an example, let's say your household expenses which you need to incur are, let's say, 1 lakh a month. And maybe you also have an EMI of maybe 1 lakh a month over and above these expenses. That means your emergency budget should be 2 lakhs into 6 months or 12 months. That is 12 lakh or 24 lakhs. That is your emergency budget. Now, if you have your own clinic or hospital, then you need to have a budget for both, not only your hospital, but also for your personal life. Where should you park this money? Now, this money should be parked in places where you can touch this money in a period of 1 or 2 days if required. So, typically the options are liquid fund or arbitrage fund or short-term fixed deposits or bank account like a saving plus account which is earmarked for contingency only. Note these options down, what I've just said. I hope this you found very useful and you will apply it to your life. Thank you very much. God bless.
You were listening to the Personal Finance Podcast for Doctors with Meena Shriram and Chanda Varma. If you find this podcast relevant and interesting, do share it with other doctors as well. It will be great if you leave a review, share, like, and subscribe. You could also let us know if there is any specific topic that you would like us to cover. For any queries or help, you can get in touch with MFA's Doctor Practice Team at 892-800-6140.